responsibly. Void where prohibited. Tax and fees extra.
2 years ago, on Juneteenth 2021, KBLA Talk 1580 launched with a promise to give disenfranchised fellow citizens a voice in current political, economic, social, and cultural issues with an empowering, sustainable, and restorative language.
Everybody's got a little light under the sun, under the sun, under the sun.
As we enter our third year, we are delighted that KBLA Talk 1580 consistently emerges as the talk station of choice for African American listeners. In a vigorous public opinion research study, the 2023 African American Media Issue Survey finds that for the second consecutive year, KBLA Talk 1580 remains the most trusted, credible, and reliable media source in Southern California for African Americans and beyond. Furthermore, 80% of those surveyed agree that outlets like KBLA Talk 1580 provide honest and authentic content about the issues most important to the Black community directly from Black journalists who understand the issues that need to be addressed. At KBLA Talk 1580, we remain committed to curating conversations that matter to you. Thank you for your continued support. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. The station that sounds like the city looks.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Narcissists loves to lie with omission. They love to leave bits and pieces out. And if you're new here, I'm a self-aware narcissist on this platform to provide awareness, growth, healing, and change. I actually have a couple videos about the narcissist lies, but also lies of omission, because it's so key, and a lot of people don't realize what's actually going on, or some people don't even say their lies or don't even admit to it. And the narcissist definitely doesn't think it's a lie, because it's like, oh, I forgot, or I didn't mean to forget that moment. Oh, you didn't forget to tell me that you were cheating on me. It goes on and on and on. The narcissist will try to keep their lies as closest to the truth as possible and omit. If they're going to be a good liar, they're going to be focused on let me tell this person that I went to the store and I went here and I went here. But they're not going to tell you about the other place they stopped where they made out with someone else, or where they cheated, or where they gambled, or whatever it might be. Okay, so they're always going to try to compare it. So sometimes you have to watch out for it, because sometimes their lies will be really specific, and you're like, why are you telling me so much detail? Well, it's because they're trying to remember what to leave out.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the part you intentionally forgot to say, lying by omission. We are having a pretty deep conversation, and the phone lines are lit. People want to talk about it. It's heavy stuff tonight. And I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. I want you to share what you're willing to share. But please understand, being accountable for your decisions by telling the whole truth can indeed cause feelings of shame and guilt. Accountability involves taking responsibility for one's actions and being honest about them, which can sometimes lead to uncomfortable emotions. And can I just be transparent? I hate uncomfortable emotions. My god sisters tell me all the time, I'm woman to feel. You gotta allow yourself to feel. I don't like feeling, and I damn sure don't like feeling uncomfortable. Can we be honest tonight? People expect relationship gurus and specialists to be holier than thou and perfect. Don't put that on me. Don't put that image on me, because I'm a return the sender. You understand? Similarly, guilt can emerge when we acknowledge that our actions have caused harm or transgressed our own moral code. It stems from a sense of remorse and the recognition that we have acted in a way that goes against our values or principles. Guilt can serve as a moral compass, urging us to make amends or change our behavior. But it can also be burdensome, a burdensome emotional space that weighs heavily on our consciousness. However, it is important to note that the experience of shame and guilt is not solely determined by being accountable for our decisions and telling the truth. These emotions can also arise from the internalized beliefs, societal expectations, and personal insecurities. Additionally, the intensity of shame and guilt can vary depending on individual factors such as upbringing, cultural background, and personal resilience. What am I saying with all of that? We're struggling to be human. We're struggling to make space for humanity in our relationships. And one of the ways many people cope with that uncomfortable feeling is through omission. Is through the copy editing of the truth. 1-800-920-1580. We got callers. Let's get Heru Ali back on the phone. Battle Creek, Michigan. He had a lot to say. Let's hear it.
Absolutely. Listen, everyone under the sound of our voices, if there is one among you who is living your 100 complete, transparent, non-omissive self, call in right now, 1-800-920-1580.
Whoa, say the number. Wait a minute. Say the number again, Heru.
1-800-920-1580, KBLA. Call in right now, because what I will tell you is, are we not whips, works in progress?
Yeah, but we can't use that to make excuses. We just have...
No.
Yes, okay.
If you're a work in progress, you can't be living your whole truth.
Keep going.
You can't. Nobody's living their whole truth. Listen, sometimes
you're saying we're striving. You're saying we're striving.
Questions.
Hold on.
We're striving.
There you go, Harold. Let me get it in, and then you can start again. You don't have to keep talking over me, sir. I'm gonna give you your space, brother.
Apologies, bro.
But I'm hearing what you're saying, and I'm trying to add to it really quickly. You're saying we're striving.
Yes.
So when you say, okay, we're a work in progress, please take that serious, because everybody is dealing with something. Everybody is striving to get better, or we would assume that everybody is striving to get better. But now the question becomes, Heru, at what point does this become a pattern of behavior, right? That really needs to be uprooted. When do you recognize, you know what, I do this all the time. It's a defense mechanism. It's a coping mechanism. I need to stop doing this because I'm hurting people. I'm hurting myself. When do you say, I'm going to take responsibility for always hiding? Because I think lying is hiding, right?
Sure. Well, I would say that if you find yourself doing it all the time, you got way more problems than me. and I'm not being braggadocious, but there's a difference between omitting a truth here and there and lying all the time, pathologically. I had a sibling who lied like breathing, who would do the crime with you and then tell on you and say they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Some people believe their lies. But what I'm saying, maybe if everything is going good, I'll give you an example. Has anyone ever been asked what's wrong and you say, I don't want to talk about it? Is that omission? I don't want to talk about it. It's levels to everything.
Or maybe that's not, well, no, I wouldn't say that particular phrase is omission. I don't want to talk about it. Let you know that there is an it to be talked about, right? So when they say, I don't want to talk about it, okay, you don't have to talk about it right now. Maybe we can talk about it later. So that in fact is an admission that an it exists. So, hey, it's how you doing? Are you okay? You want to talk about it? Something? I don't want to talk about it. Okay, you're letting me know now is not the time to have the conversation that you're inquiring about. Now, if
Go ahead.
if
Go ahead,
they
bro.
say, yeah, I'm going through something, but I don't want to get into the details, and I don't want to talk to you about it. There you go, buddy.
Okay.
That's omission. That's the truth. Yes, I'm going through something, but I don't want to talk to you about it. That's omission.
Well, what I do know is when I say you can't handle the truth, we all know what that reference is from a movie. But what I do know 100% for sure, that folks, be careful what you wish for, because what I know is truth will either make or break a relationship that could otherwise flourish and thrive down the line. Be careful what you wish for.
You ain't lying.
Some things you shouldn't even have to. You should just don't ask.
He ain't
You
lying.
know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Just don't ask.
Wait. You're saying don't inquire? Like if there is some type of, inclination you may have or some type of suspicion you may have, are you saying don't inquire?
You could play Russian roulette if you want to. Play Russian roulette if you want to. You know Russian roulette, there's one bullet in a six-cylinder cylinder. Yeah, keep on. Hey, what's going on? Click.
But what I'm saying, Heru, are we in,
Yes, sir.
listen, if you're in a relationship with somebody who cares, who loves you, the whole keep playing Russian roulette stuff doesn't fly.
But here's the thing for me. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you.
There you go. Hey.
If you ask me, I'm going to tell you. Peace and love to the family nations. Y'all stay safe and dangerous.
And I respect you for that, brother. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is on fire. When we come forward, you're going to hear from some sisters. They're going to give us their perspective on, I intentionally left out a piece. When we come forward, more on the voice of reason.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up, LA? The Reparationist community got something real special going down in historic Leimert Park. August 12th, 2023. This event is sponsored by Reparations United and Black Pact, fighting for justice and empowering our community. Together, we can make moves. We have an insane lineup for y'all. The sultry Rotimi, the king of LA, The Game, smooth Eric Benet, and none other than the powerful sounds of blackness. Also, we have some special guests in the house. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, State Senator Stephen Bradford, LA's beloved Councilwoman Heather Hutt, and many more. They're bringing their passion and leadership to the stage. Mark your calendars, August 12th, 2023, Leimert Park. Let's come together, support each other, and make a difference. Peace, love, and reparations benefit concert and unity rally. Be there or be left out. Produced by Tara Perry of Black Pact and Cam Howard of Reparations United.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SIMPLE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SIMPLE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SIMPLE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Whip, body, crib, got it. Job on it. Did I ever ask you to take me to go shopping in Paris or go sailing overseas and just drape me in Gucci? No. All I ever asked was you to pick up the phone when you alone. All I ever asked was you to show me some love, kisses and hugs. No, I never had an issue. Go to the club with your boys, baby. I never wanted you to stay too long. Just wanted you to show me up. So won't you say my name, say my name. If you claim you want me, it ain't no thing. You acting kinda shady. You ain't been calling me baby, boy, you can go stop playing games, playing games. I know you see it in my line, I'm on your mind and that you want this bad, so I'm cool with that. I'm just trying to match your words with your actions. I need more than
ladies and gentlemen,
really
friends and family, the voice of reason returns to the airwaves. Tonight's topic is on fire. The phone lines are cracking. We're talking about omission. And I believe that more people do it than not. You know, Brad Blanton wrote a book called Radical Honesty, How to Transform Your Life by Telling the Truth. And I've picked this book back up recently. And it's a heavy read, man. And, you know, in my coaching, I often tell people, you know, read this book. I ask people, I should say, to read this book, Radical Honesty. But I like to counterbalance this book with Nonviolent Communication by Greenberg, Rosenberg, by Rosenberg. I always tell people to counterbalance this book, Radical Honesty, because sometimes this book can be a little hurtful, as is evidenced by this quote here. He says, politeness and diplomacy are responsible for more suffering and death than all the crimes of passion in history. F politeness. F diplomacy. Tell the truth. And if you look at how we were raised in our society, many of us were raised to be pretentious. Many of us were raised to kind of swallow the truth and not, you know, it's impolite to really say what's on your mind. And, you know, we're in mixed company. Be mindful of who you're talking around. You never know who you're going to offend. You get what I'm saying? So, very interesting angle from Brad Blanton. Let's get my callers in here. Callie Soul has been on the line the longest. Let's get her in here. Callie, what are your thoughts?
Good evening, Unc.
Yes. I know you got something for me. Come on.
Mm-hmm. So, first thing that I'd like to address is the whole body count thing, because I heard Arabia when she asked that. And I'm going to say this for everybody out there. Stop asking people their body count. That's the stupidest question I've ever heard of. Like, it's an oxymoron. You don't really want to know the answer to that. And on top of that, you worried about the answer, but it's like a double-edged sword. If someone has had a lot of partners, you're going to be upset. But if they haven't had a lot of partners, you're going to be upset that they're not experienced. Deepak Chopra has an affirmation that I love, and it says, I make the choice that brings peace to everyone involved. So when it comes to truth, yes, you should tell the truth, but there's discretion. You have to exercise discretion. Like that's the art of mindfulness. Why am I going, if I know that you are coming from a place of fear with your question, why am I going to answer it full transparency, which might invite anxiety for you? But if you're coming from a place of love with your question, and there's a safe space, there's safe space with love. So yeah, in answering and asking a question in love, yeah, you can be fully transparent. But good. 9 times out of 10, when people are asking questions, they're not asking, out of love. They're asking out of their fears that are way deep down in their soul. And 9 times out of 10, you know the answer that you already think anyway. So it does not matter how that person answers. You're still going to disappear in your thoughts, in your mind, in your thinking, and you're going to take whatever they give you and weaponize it.
So they're asking from a space of evaluation, of judgment, of criticism, trying to marginalize you. They're not. It's not a safe space, right?
No. If you're doing that, that is fear-based.
I'm guilty.
Okay. We're
I've
all
done
innocent.
it. I've done it.
it.
Yeah, I've done it.
Right.
Keep going.
If somebody asking somebody their body count, that's fear-based. What is the point? What's the purpose? Now, if you look in somebody in the eye and your spidey sense, your true spirit is telling you that you ain't got no business connecting on a physical level with this person, then go with that. Because that is your spirit telling you the truth. But to go to the level of letting fall out your mouth, what's your body count, that's ignorant. That's ridiculous. Don't ask everybody out there. Don't ask women that no more. Women, don't ask men that. Like, you don't really want to know. And like I said, for the people out there that are unexperienced sexually, they get marginalized because it's like, yo, I really like this person, but they ain't got no experience. So what do you really want?
Wait, hold on 1 second, Callie. You have triggered Andy. Andy is in the background yelling.
Tell him to get on the phone.
He's about to get on the phone right now. We finna bring y'all two lovers together. Come on.
Shout out Cali Soul, Denver, Colorado.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. The only thing I'm gonna push back is the idea of dealing with a woman. I'm speaking general. I always like to put that out there. I'm speaking very general. When it comes to a woman who doesn't have experience, I think for a lot of men, that's what we want. We want a woman who lacks experience so we can go ahead and shape and mold them.
But if they get good at it,
speak for yourself.
Then we gonna be like, who taught you that?
Yeah, like again, it's a double-edged sword. And when I was out and enjoying my life, I'm partnered now, but when I was out and enjoying my life and people ask me the question, are you seeing someone? My answer is always, we are all dating around until we're not. And that's the truth. We're all dating around until we're not. When you find that person that you want to settle down for and chill out and, cut all of them strings that you got attached to everybody else, then that's what you're going to do. But until then, you are moving around and exploring. And that, like Third Eyes in the chat saying, Callie just admitted she's for the streets. No, sweetheart, I'm not for the streets. I'm experienced. I've moved around and I've enjoyed my life.
But Callie, let me ask you this then, because that's heavy. Your concept, we're all dating until we're not, right?
Okay.
So wouldn't that put us in a position to actively use omission when we're having discussions and conversation with all of these people that have a string to us or tied to us in some way, right? Wouldn't that put us in a position to not really tell everything we need to tell?
I hear what you're saying, and my answer to that is you're gonna you do need to exercise transparency. Like I've told people when I was out there moving around, I've told them like, yeah, I'm dating around until I'm not, and
But Callie, you know, there comes a time where you're gonna have to be transparent with the one, right? The one
with the one, absolutely.
So-
but that one is going to let you know that there's safe space. And when fear comes up,
There we
you
go.
still got to exercise mindfulness.
There we go. I like this. Keep
Because
going.
sometimes folks is asking questions sometimes people are asking questions that they really don't want the answer to, that if you answer transparently, they're going to judge you. You know, so like, why am I going to say things that, to me, that's the art of mindfulness. Like if you were, let's take it out of context a little bit just to put it back in context. If you were going to the park with your granddaughter and there were dogs out there and she wants to, now come on now, just roll with me for a minute.
Okay.
And she's a kid, so she sees dogs and she's like, oh, I want to go pet the dogs, pop, pop, you know, and are you going to tell her, oh, no, baby, don't go run over there to that dog because that dog might bite your face off? Or are you going to teach her with mindfulness, like, oh, sweetheart, yeah, everyone's dog is not friendly, so don't just go running up to the dog. You know, you should ask the person first, hey, is your dog friendly? Can I touch your dog? Can I pet your dog? Don't pet nobody's dog without the owner's permission. You're not going to do anything or say anything to incite fear in that child.
Right.
We have to treat our relationships the same way. Like, why am I going to say something that is going to invite fear in you?
Come on,
you
Callie.
don't need to know the full transparency of everything. Like that's.
But does that go both ways? Because when women want to know, they want to know, and then they go find out.
But they're doing it out of fear. You're still
Always?
doing it. We going back. Yes, yes. My spidey sense go, oh, you was at the club the other night. Who all was there? What the hell you need to know who all was there for? Like your loved one went out and they enjoyed themselves. Like your fear-based thinking would have you trying to put. You remember that song by Eddie Hazel? Do I got to put the handcuffs on your woman? He talking about pulling out a chastity belt and all this stuff. Like you don't own nobody. And yes, people should exercise discretion and love themselves enough not to be out there spreading for everybody, right? But in our love, there has to be true trust. Like you can't just, and if somebody does something that's off the hinges, like what about your forgiveness?
Wait,
because
stop.
You're human.
Stop right there. Pick up on forgiveness on the other side. When we come forward, we going back to Denver because Callie is cooking with some grease I have never heard of.
It ain't no thing, you acting kinda shady. You ain't been calling me baby. Boy, you can go stop playing games, playing games.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Esther Dillard, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Daily record highs are being set from parts of the West into Texas as the heat dome continues expanding. And there seems to be no relief, with Phoenix, Arizona registering the warmest low temp ever recorded at 97 degrees at 4 in the morning. Phoenix also broke a 49-year record for consecutive days of at least 110 degrees. Meantime, the air quality is improving for millions as smoke from the wildfires burning in Canada are starting to move out of the north and southeast U.S. The White House says it's working for the release of a black U.S. soldier after he allegedly crossed into North Korea. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said the Biden administration is actively working to make sure 23-year-old U.S. Army Private Travis King will safely return. And that's the latest. I'm Esther Dillard from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Calling all night owls, Buffalo Wild Wings is open late. Fill up on some tasty apps with an ice cold tall beer starting at $4. Late night food and drinks start at $4 from 10 till close at B-Dubs. Limited time at participating locations. Offers, days, and times may vary. Drink responsibly. Void where prohibited. Tax and fees extra.
2 years ago, on Juneteenth 2021, KBLA Talk 1580 launched with a promise to give disenfranchised fellow citizens a voice in current political, economic, social, and cultural issues with an empowering, sustainable, and restorative language.
Everybody's gotta live a life under the sun, under the sun, under the sun.
As we enter our third year, we are delighted that KBLA Talk 1580 consistently emerges as the talk station of choice for African American listeners. In a vigorous public opinion research study, the 2023 African American Media Issues Survey finds that for the second consecutive year, KBLA Talk 1580 remains the most trusted, credible, and reliable media source in Southern California for African Americans and beyond. Furthermore, 80% of those surveyed agree that outlets like KBLA Talk 1580 provide honest and authentic content about the issues most important to the Black community directly from Black journalists who understand the issues that need to be addressed. At KBLA Talk 1580, we remain committed to curating conversations that matter to you. Thank you for your continued support. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. The station that sounds like the city looks.
Have you heard about Lendistry? Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered right here in LA. Once you've started your business, Lendistry provides flexible financing options starting at $50,000 to help you access the affordable capital needed to grow. Visit lendistry.com/KBLA to learn more.
Meet Joe A, Joe B, and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect. Support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
To my hometown, my community. Some of you have known me my whole life. Do you notice anything different about the kids in the neighborhood? Ever paid attention? You might start with gifts, money, attention. These are signs. Child trafficking is happening right here in this town. So don't just watch through the window. Pay attention. Because the more we know, the more we'll all know to say no. Learn the signs to look for and how to help at no-to-say-no.com.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for education as a right, not a privilege. Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science is a private, non-profit, community-founded, student-centered university committed to cultivating diverse health profession leaders who are dedicated to social justice and health equity for underserved populations. CDU does this through outstanding education, clinical service, and community engagement. Recently, Charles Drew University made history by opening only the 5th medical school at an historically Black university. Congratulations, South LA, and congratulations to the Dean of the medical school, Dr. Deborah Prothos-Stith. CDU is now training doctors and providing $90 million in annual economic benefit to Watts and surrounding neighborhoods. To apply for medical school, get more information, or sign your child up for the Junior Doctors Saturday School program, visit cdrewu.edu. That's cdrewu.edu. At KBLA, we are dedicated to equity in education and ending healthcare apartheid, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Can I get some nasty bass? It's gonna be kind of right tonight. Fellas, we're gonna talk about a girl who's fake, huh? Fellas, can I get you to put your hands together for that?
Welcome back to the Mental Health Minute. I'm Dr. Emily Mayfield, a licensed psychologist. Thank you for watching this video and being a part of the Mindset Therapy family. I'm back with a longer video after only posting shorts for a few weeks. For now, I'll be posting one long video a week on Tuesdays. I love reading all the comments of support and how this channel has helped you. If you haven't already, I would appreciate you subscribing to my channel so that we can continue to grow. Even if you don't subscribe, sharing this video will also help the channel grow. Continue to comment below, and thank you for watching. So today I will discuss the narcissist lying by omission. Lying, there's so many versions of the lie. Some are small, others big, some can be damaging to a relationship, and others are meant to protect. Lying is complicated, and deciphering why someone has lied to you can be stressful and confusing. Does the type of lie told by somebody else really matter? What about their reason for lying? When you are lied to, you lose trust in the person and yourself because you question what is actually real. When someone outright says an untruth, it is easy to see that as lying. But what about lying by omission? The lies where the person doesn't directly lie, they just leave out information to influence how you interpret the situation. Is lying by omission really a lie, and how do narcissists use lying by omission in their control and manipulation? A lie involves an intention to deceive. With a lie, you provide information that is false when compared to reality. If you and your partner are trying to save money and you stop for fast food on the way home, you may say that you didn't stop for fast food because you don't want to admit you went against what you two agreed on. You lied to hide the truth. With most lies, it is the person saying something that is not true. However, another form of lying in which the person doesn't...
Wow! We learning tonight. I know I am. Man, I'm a mess. We all lie like hell. It wears us out. It is the major source of all human stress. Lying kills people. Brad Blanton, Radical Honesty. Y'all get that book now. Very heavy book. Brad also says, when you are lying, when you are keeping a secret, when you are withholding information or feelings in any moment, you are always doing that to protect something meaningless. That's what he says. Brad Blanton, Radical Honesty. Let's get back to Callie Soul so she can wrap her thought on this. Callie?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You were saying something really heavy before we went forward.
So I was touching on forgiveness.
Yes.
Like a lot of times people don't realize that forgiveness is for yourself. And a lot of times we can't forgive other people because we don't forgive and we don't trust ourselves. So these questions that we get to asking out of our suspicions and stuff, that's because you can't trust yourself.
That's big.
So how you going to trust anybody else?
That's big. That's one to grow on right there. Let me just say, Cali Soul, Denver, Colorado, you brought your town in the building. We appreciate you. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. I know the listeners out there know the number by heart by now, 1-800-920-1580. Now, we got to get my friend in the building, Vanetta Colbert from Atlanta, Georgia. Get in here, Vanetta.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi, Vanetta.
Are you doing better than Monday?
What do you mean doing better? What's wrong? What? People are asking me if I was tripping on Monday. I'm good.
Okay, good. How to touch and go.
I'm just saying.
I've never heard you talk like that before.
But Vanetta, nobody listening over here listens to Monday's show. You just introduced them to a whole new.
Okay. I agree with what Callie Soul and Haru said. They were both right on it. Because when you get in a relationship with someone in the beginning, I think it's okay to hold back and not tell all those secrets. Because if you don't, you're probably not going to get to a long-term relationship. Not going to get there. And they don't need to know those things.
So don't reveal too much.
No, do not reveal too much. We're all a work in progress. Both of you should know when you come into the relationship that you're both flawed. And depending on what those flaws are, why would you leave them? It would have to be something devastating, not something simple as I was going to Taco Bell, but instead of going to Taco Bell, I stopped off at my friend's house. And why would you want to know that? That's too trivial. You don't want to know those kind of things.
But you do want to know before they went to Taco Bell, they went to rob Chase Bank. You do want to know that, right?
If they do something like that, you're going to know it anyway. It's going to be on the news.
Right. Don't come over here.
But you want to try to go at least a year or two with this person without always picking, like, what are you, tell me this and tell me that. No, you don't need to know those kind of things. You just don't. If the relationship is good and you're getting along, there's going to be crises. There's going to be things that come up. You deal with those things when you get there. If you can get through those tough times, don't worry about asking those little questions, those little tiny things like where you've been. And if the relationship gets to a 5-year period, and that's, some people don't stay married that long. But if you're there for like that long, you won't even have to ask. Your spirit going to be able to, if you with that person every day, because most people's lives are pretty much on kind of like a repetition. You know, they're doing the same thing, going to the same places. Pretty much your life is repetitious. Of course, you're going to have vacations and go places. But if you're seeing this person every day and every night, a lot of things they're not going to have to tell you. Your spirit's going to know. You're going to know when they're lying. You're going to know when they're not lying. You're just going to be able to pick up on things.
So let me just ask you this, Vanetta. As a woman, I know all the women who hear this question right now are going to be like, yeah. Do lies have a vibration? Like when somebody lying to you, can you feel it in your gut, in your spirit? Can you feel, like if your man is, because I knew when I was young, I could not tell my mother a single lie because she was hip to the whole get down. Now, is that because she lived longer, had more experience, or did she really just feel the lie? Do you guys feel it when a man like talk to me?
Yes, you feel it. Yes. You feel it.
Brothers, we got to stop it. I'm going to be the first one, man. We got to stop lying.
And you definitely feel it with your kids. But you can definitely feel it with your mate also. You can feel it. And if they're not looking you in the eye, you can see it. It's a vibration.
I love you. I love you, Vanetta. Vanetta Colbert in the building. She don't be playing. Atlanta, Georgia, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. The ladies dominate tonight. They calling in from all over the country. When we come forward, we going to Cleveland, Ohio.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Hollywood Walk of Fame stars in 2024. Stay tuned to find out who's in next year's class. I'm Aisha Cairo with your K-Black Minute News. A new group of 31 entertainment professionals across film, television, radio, recording, and sports entertainment will have their names etched into Hollywood's history in 2024. One of the most celebrated names on the list was the beloved Chadwick Boseman. Others for the class of 2024 in Hollywood Walk of Fame was this year's Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh in the motion picture category. Other notable names include Chris Pine, Gwen Stefani, Andre, Dr. Dre, Young, Otis Redding, Christina Ricci, Brandy Norwood, Harry Washington, and more. The dates for the star ceremonies have not yet been scheduled. To find out all 31 inductees, visit youtube.com/Walk of Fame.
I'm James Alexander, a proud member of AARP. 1967, I was 17. That spring, my friends the Barcades and I made Soulfinger. It was a hit. Number 3 on the charts. That summer, we became the great Otis Redding's band. First gig, the famed Apollo. That fall, we toured. That winter found me in a morgue identifying the bodies of my bandmates and Otis Redding. My music and their memories bring me joy. The Barcades forever.
What would you call a joy that is as solemn as it is sweet and knows no bounds? A joy that's beautifully rooted in soul and resilience. This is Black Joy, a joy that reflects pride and honor despite every challenge. AARP believes the power of Black joy is limitless, and we celebrate this joy supreme. Join us in celebrating Black joy at aarp.org/Black community.
KBLA Talk 1580 stands for Unity and Healing. African Focus Incorporated is a nonprofit organization based in California that focuses on the growth and well-being of Africans all around the world. Their mission is to promote the well-being of people of African descent through knowledge and appreciation of one another by building a bridge of love and understanding. African Focus Incorporated strives for cultural, educational, and economic growth. They're the organization behind the African Family Induction Ceremony, African Goodwill Awards, African Focus Trailblazer Tours, African Dance Competition, and Showcase Los Angeles, Family Day, Good News Windows Microfinance Project, and more. To volunteer, travel with African Focus, or to attend one of their community building events, please call 310-676-7730. That's 310-676-7300. Or visit AfricanFocus.org. This is a diaspora-wide community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Man, my playlist has been on fire all night long. The voice of reason. We're wrapping up tonight's topic. People don't understand, man. The show is cathartic for me, right? I keep my head in these relationship books and reading and studying and listening and learning because I'm trying to unravel knots in my own spirit. And I'm doing it in front of you. And this is why we have these type of topics daily, right? The part you intentionally forgot to say, lying by omission, has been our topic tonight. And the sisters have taken over the second half of the show with phone calls. We got a sister named Antoya from Cleveland, Ohio. Let's get them in here. With phone calls. You got to turn your radio down in the background. We can hear.
All right. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
My husband. Yeah, this me and my husband. He right here. What you say?
What's up, Zoe? What's happening, man? How you doing? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Talk to me. What do you guys think about tonight's topic?
I mean, it was amazing. It was deep. It was amazingly deep, and it was right on time. I call that rot.
Okay, right on time. Rot. So, what are your questions? Talk to me.
I didn't know why the topic popped up today that way, but I watched Dr. Mayo just before this was coming on, and she was giving a lot of information. I just wanted to say that I'm excited in my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just started back talking after almost a year of hiatus. I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even sing. What happened was I was preparing for a new profession, and now I'm into pharmacy now.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly I want to focus on the biologics of pharmacy. So once I got my pharmacy tech, I can practice in Ohio alone. But now I got access to other information that I never had access to. So now I come to work every day with a suit on, and I'll be ready, and I'll be right. I got a notepad right here. I got glasses on. They don't have any lenses. But I was wondering, like, is there any type of biological mood stabilizer?
Mood stabilizer?
Yeah, it take your highs from mania and take your lows from the depths of hell. And it even it out. So you look like, you be like, dum, 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 dum. Do you like that?
Listen, Antoya, I wouldn't know. We would have to hook you up with our resident psychologist. Right? Dr. Jashana Johnson. Now, we got a couple of them. We got Dr. Jashana Johnson. We got Dr. Shalonda Crawford. We got some doctors here that could get you some medicine if that's what you need.
I would love that referral.
Yeah, because that's not even what this show is about. We don't.
But the reason it was about that for me is if I didn't even know who I was. I forgot who I was. Like my subconscious was lying to my conscious mind, telling me that I was ugly. Everything you can ever think about, it was telling me. Told me I can't sing, I can't hold a tune. All of it. We just wrote a song 2 days ago.
Yeah,
and it's called My Baby Clown. But I'll explain that later. I ain't gonna. But it's a remix. It's a rendition, a hodgepodge, But I be having to calm myself down, like, because I be all the way calmed up on mania level. It's fun and it's a good memory, but it's not the way to live your life, though.
Well, let me just tell you this right now. Right here and right now, you can call in to the Voice of Reason anytime you feel like talking to Zoe Williams. I will accept your call and tell your husband I said, hey, you guys brought Cleveland, Ohio in the building. Huh?
My husband, he hear every word you say. He's sitting right here, but he's he brings my highs low. That's why we've been together for 21 years. 22, actually.
Well,
we've been married for 13, but we met in 2001, and I've been here ever since. Because I'm from Detroit.
Well,
but,
all right.
He's from Cleveland.
Well,
way of Brooklyn.
Sister, we got to move forward. I appreciate the call. We got to keep it moving. Lord have mercy. We get all types. I love it. Call in. I don't care. Call in. Share your thoughts with Zoe Williams, the Voice of Reason. Listen, we won't have to omit anything once we get a higher level of self-awareness. And I'm going to tell you, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, Zoe's on the radio. Oh, Zoe's articulate. Oh, Zoe is intelligent. Zoe is this, that, and the third. But Zoe has his own demons that Zoe has to work with every day. And I always want to lead with my demons. You know, I don't want to be misinterpreted as having it all together, because I don't, right? And if I'm calling you a work in progress, it's only because I know that I am still a work in progress. And I'm going to tell you, brothers, whether you want to hear it or not, listen, we can ruin a free chicken dinner by lying. We can just tell the truth, you get the free chicken dinner. You understand? We can ruin, you know, a loving soul. We can damage a loving soul, one that might want to love on us if we lead with our mask. I'm asking you, brothers, to lead with your wounds, and then allow whoever you're dealing with to make up their mind if they want to deal with that part. You see, it's easy to deal with the best part because the best part needs the least amount of work, right? Lead with what's happening in your spirit, right? Most people are not fully self-aware. They're fully self-unaware, and they're chasing after societal expectations. They're addicted to the fear of judgment. Many of us are racked with personal insecurities. The bottom line is you'll never be able to take responsibility for the truth of who you are until you tell yourself the truth. And I'm one who has struggled with that. Do you know how many great loves I have lost in my life? I mean, great loves. Beautiful women, intelligent women, smart women. I've lost them because of fear, because of insecurity, because of fear of rejection, you know, anxious, anxiety, you know, all of this stuff. If you can't overcome that by embracing it without judgment, you're going to find yourself lying. You're going to find yourself making an excuse, and when that happens, she's going to fall out of love, or you're going to turn off the love frequency in her. I started the conversation. You finish it. The voice of reason is always on fire. I'll be back tomorrow with another slapper. Up next, you already know, RSVP with Jill Monroe. The fire continues. Deuces.
Happiness is when I think of you, and when we get together and rendezvous, I'll be on time. You bring the wine, and when we lock the door, you'll be all mine.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Esther Dillard, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network.